Hey, welcome back to the channel. Back at my favorite outdoor training session place area. I don't know. It's where I like to come to do my slow speed turns and stuff on the bike. I figured I'd come here for a good topic of what was the biggest shock to me going from a Softail to a touring motorcycle. Anyways, let's get into it. So I've had the bike for about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I guess. And so obviously I'm an expert at it. Just kidding. But I wanted to talk about what the biggest shock to me of the motorcycle was, and what I have to still get used to. And one of the reasons why I'm here actually practicing some of the slow speed turns. Sorry about all the traffic. I live in a small town that doesn't have traffic, except for the one time I actually decided to film out in public. Whatever. Biggest thing that I have to get used to, and it won't come as a shock to anyone out there, and I'm pretty sure 99.9% of the people know exactly what I'm going to say, but the number one thing that I need to get used to, and anyone who is planning to switch into a big cruising motorcycle, is the weight. Now that comes to no surprise for most of you. Harley Davidsons, they're heavy motorcycles. Everyone knows that. However, I was not prepared for how much heavier this bike is than my Sport Glide. The Sport Glide is one of the heavier Softails. It's about 700 pounds soaking wet. This one here is close to 900 pounds, so an extra 200 pounds on this motorcycle. Now going into this, I knew this bike was heavier. I knew it was almost 200 pounds heavier. However, me riding my Sport Glide, 75% of the time, I'm riding it 2 up. So it brings the weight of me, the bike, and my passenger closer to this motorcycle. So I thought it would be, a little bit heavier, but not that much heavier. This bike feels a lot heavier than what the Sport Glide is. Now, riding the bike isn't an issue. Everyone knows that. Once you get up to speed, you can go as fast as you want to go. It might take you a little longer to do the twisties. It might take you a little longer to get up to 100 kilometers an hour, but it will do everything, and it's not that hard. The handles, maybe turning wise, maybe a little bit stiffer, but otherwise it's pretty easy. So when I talk about the weight, I'm not only talking about just moving the bike around and doing slow speed turns and stuff. It is more difficult. It takes a lot of brain power. I'm almost like a complete noob again on this bike. That's why I am practicing. I want to get better at it, as well as when my wife's on the back. I come here, I can do pretty tight turns on the Softail. On this, I'm using the whole loop right now, which is pretty sad to say and pretty embarrassing. But just maneuvering this bike around in the garage or when you're parking it, it is a beast. It takes a lot of mental preparation to move this thing around, a lot more so than the Softail. So where I park in the garage, I always back them out on sideways and then proceed on from there. Softail, it's like nothing right now. This thing here, it takes everything I can do just to make sure I get out. And there's no way I'm doing it with my wife on the back, because I'm pretty sure we would wipe out on it. Parking in an area where other bikes are is a lot harder now. With the Softail, I would just do it. I didn't even ask my wife to get off. Now she's got to get off. I've got to be able to make sure that if and when I drop the bike, it's she's not on it to get any scrapes or bruises, or else she won't come with me again. But the other thing with the weight of the bike is you do have to watch where you park it. So on my driveway, it slopes a little bit closer to the end. It's not a steep slope. It's just a regular slope. Parked my Softail on there lots of times, no issues, park it, done. This thing here, I parked it in the same spot just because the cars were in the way and I needed to get off to move one of the cars so I can get into the garage, and it wouldn't stay. The weight of the bike just started pulling it down the driveway. Softail had no issues with that. With this thing, it just kept sliding down, sliding down. And even getting gas. The last time we went and got a gas with this, when we were coming back from our little getaway, I pulled into the gas station, stopped it, got off the bike. My wife was still sitting on the bike, and I went to go punch the gas in of what I wanted, and I looked back at the bike and I could see it inching forward. It just slowly was inching forward. Now, it looked like we were on flat ground. There was maybe a slight decline going forward, and the bike was just inching forward. I had to grab the bike. I couldn't get back on it because my wife was on it, so I had to get her to get off just so I could get back on the bike and just move it up like 3 inches, and then it was fine. So the weight of the bike is just something I'm not used to. It's going to take a while for me to get used to. I mean, I'd like to think after 2-3 weeks I'm used to it, but I really am not used to it yet. I'm going to keep practicing my slow speed turns. I'm going to somehow figure out how to practice parking, which I guess you just go and park, but whatever. But anyways, I figured I'd come on here and let you guys know that anyone that is planning to jump up from a Softail up to a big touring model, just prepared for the weight. You may feel like a complete noob again, like I did. I wouldn't say it's day one of riding a bike again, but I'm within the first month to 2 months of riding right now that I feel like. Out on the road, it's fine. It's just any slow speed stuff, even coming to a stop, I really have to think about it sometimes. I can really understand why I see people when they park or stop at stoplights to put both feet down. I find I do that a little bit more on this bike. I never do it on the Softail, but I just feel more comfortable having both feet down. But yeah, what do you guys think? Is there anything else I should be prepared for this other than the weight? I'm hoping I get through it sooner rather than later, so I'm a little bit more confident on the bike. But anyways, you let me know. Till next time. Later.